What is good, everybody? It is your favorite, not favorite FPV pilot, Quadfather FPV. And you know what? I got done mowing the grass. My damn blower battery was dead, so that's charging. I want to go ride the Bolt and give my collective thoughts of what I think of the bike after owning it for a year. I think you're going to be surprised. Now, when we went to initially get a motorcycle, I knew we wasn't going to be able to afford a used one, you know, being able to buy something outright. I was going to have to finance something. Now, with the Bolt being so, you know, priced so well, it was pretty much the only thing in my price range that was also going to be in the power range that I wanted. Now, whenever I was originally motorcycle shopping, I was looking for like a VTX 1300 and or even an 1800, thinking, you know, I immediately have to go to the biggest bike I can because I'm a fat guy and I don't want to look stupid. You know what I mean? I don't want to look like a monkey fucking a football, but you get what I'm saying. I was looking for something a little bigger. And because had no money saved up, buying one straight out was out of the question, you know, a used one, pre-owned. So I was going to have to go new. I was going to have to go something with a financing option. Well, just so happened that the Bolt was within my price range, and it was damn sexy. Way sexier than like the starter series Vulcan or something. Nothing against those bikes. I mean, they look nice. It's just, I'm not a big fan of a parallel twin, and I really like the V-twin. So the Bolt was calling my name. And man, I gotta tell you, I'm in love with it. I really do wish it had a 6th gear and about a 1300cc motor. All things said, if I could have about 100 horsepower and about 80 to 100 foot-pounds of torque, I think I would be good. And a 6th gear. But the Bolt has been fantastic to learn on. The last time I rode was in 2001, basically. I mean, I had been on a CBR 600 F4i, but that was a brief period of time, a very brief period of time. So all my motorcycle experience come from being on the dirt as a teenager and riding motocross. Last motorcycle I had was a CR 250. Now, it was a 2-stroke, but I've always been a big old boy. So I thought I was going to want something like a 1300 or 1800. Definitely knew I was going to have to go metric. I love Harleys, I just can't afford them, and they're just one of those luxuries that's just well beyond my price range. But I love me my Japanese bikes, man. I've fallen in love with them. I've never had a Yamaha. I've always been a Honda fanboy. My Honda CR 250, you know, and everybody I rode, everybody had Hondas. Well, I love me a Yamaha now. I'm becoming a fanboy. These damn things just want you to beat the snot out of them, and they look up and say, "More, Daddy." But now that I've spent my time on this beautiful machine, I would like something a little bit bigger, something I would be a little more comfortable on some long distances, a little more horsepower, a little more top end, and a little more room to store some shit. I would love to be able to one day do my door dashing from my motorcycle. I need some saddlebags. I really think that would be cool. Why does my Chipotle smell like motorcycle exhaust? I have no idea. Now, the guy that I ride with, Face himself, he has a 2017 Yamaha Bolt. 2017, this is a 2020. Now, they are identical, except he does have some upgrades that, well, I mean, this bike just does not have. He has the full Vance & Hines, you know, 2-into-2 exhaust. He also has a fuel tuner and an air intake. I've got the factory air box that's been cut with just a K&N filter and a slip-on. So he's got more of the traditional stage 2 setup. Now the tuner that he uses on his motorcycle is the FI 2000 for the Yamaha Bolt. Now it's a fuel tuner that it's got 3 pots on it to adjust. One being the idle, and then the second one being your wide open throttle at low RPMs, how much fuel it adds in. And then the third and final pot was that adjusts how much fuel comes in after 4,000 RPMs. And it's really cool. You tune it like a damn carb, man. And maybe I can show you guys what this thing looks like. Shit, we'd have to unbolt his seat. That brings me to my next gripe, one of my gripes about the Yamaha Bolt. Why the hell can we not have a seat lock with a key? Why do we have to unbolt our damn seat? That does drive me crazy, especially when I was working on the Yamaha V-Star 1300, and you twist the key and the seat just pops right up. I mean, that's some damn convenience, man. I really wish ours did that. Oh well, it doesn't matter, but it would be nice. Well, I'm gonna stop you right here until we pick up Face himself, because where he lives really is just none of your damn business. I farted, and I think it came up into my. I think it came up into my helmet. Oh shit! I'll be back. Now that we got some fuel, let's go stretch your legs on these damn beautiful ass black bikes. Black Japanese beauties. Now that I've lived with the Yamaha Bolt for a full year, I really don't have any complaints about the bike, other than it could use a little more power, like I said, in a 6th gear. And that damn seat needs to have a quick release. But anyway, other than that, it's been a great bike. And I hope it to one day be a great bike for my son. Even though I still think it's a little too much for him to start out on. I want him to start out on a 250 or a 650 or whatever it is. I am a little torn though. My son has never been on motorcycles other than a mini bike that we have. And he really wants to start out on a crotch rocket. He really wants to start out on a crotch rocket, which the plus side to that, it would be a lighter bike. It would be theoretically easier to ride if he had something like a Ninja 250 or something of that nature. It would definitely be less powerful than this bike and a lot lighter. I don't know. Being a dad scares the shit out of me, man. I don't want him to get hurt and get massively hurt, and then it'd be, it feel like my fault. Like maybe he was only liking motorcycles because his daddy liked motorcycles, and then I'm the one that caused him to crash by pushing him into it. I don't know. I think about crazy shit like that. Maybe I just overthink shit. I do. I know I do that. I overthink the hell out of everything. It would be nice if the Bolt came with, I don't know, it really don't need any rider modes. I do wish the factory gauge had a tack. That would just, why not? Why are you going to only show, I don't know. I do feel like the factory gauge could be better. And it would be nice if, we had twin front rotors up front for brakes instead of just a single. And of course, the regular neck bearings that are in this, not being tapered, people say you can swap out to the tapered bearings and it helps a lot with the death wobble. Hell, I've seen brand new tires fix the death wobble. When Face up there got his new front tire, it took his death wobble completely away. Like, no shit, it was just gone. So I don't know if it's the neck bearings or the tires or a combination of both, maybe. Hell, I don't know. But it's really not that bad it's really not even that big of a deal unless you're decelerating. And then there you go, you've seen it. But if I have the throttle locked and it's constantly pulling, it doesn't go into that oscillation, that death wobble. And this just may be a complaint because I'm fat, but the obvious choice that is kind of a pain in the ass, pun intended, about the Bolt is the seat. And oh my God, Tardy Productions has one of them tan Saddleman step-up seats. Fucking diamond stitch, or oh man, it's sexy as hell. That's the seat I want for this bike right here, man. Is that tan Saddleman step-up. I don't care if it's a diamond stitch or tuck and roll. It don't even matter. I just want that Saddleman seat. This factory saddle just sucks. But this year that I've been on this motorcycle, this bike has helped my mental health so much. I can't even explain how much, because then it would just go into a sob story, and fuck all that nonsense. But man, two-wheel therapy has been a therapy like I haven't experienced since I was a child. And it's like, you know, when something's missing in your life and you just don't feel complete and something is missing. That's how it's felt for the longest time. Last time I crashed my motorcycle, Halloween night of 2000. I broke my arm, that big scar right there, messed up my back real bad, started an opiate addiction that lasted a good 10, 15 years. I went through methadone treatment and I became clean, and I've been clean off opiates for almost 8 years. So getting back on a motorcycle was a little scary at the same time, because it was like, you know, this is what caused your opiate addiction, because you were injured and, you know, no excuses. But anyway, it has felt fantastic. My body was just craving it. There's something that's rooted into our DNA that feels like a horse. You're on the back, you know, you're going across the land, and there's no frames in your vision other than your helmet, but you're not in a cage, you're not in a car. You feel all the differences in the air temperature, you smell all the different smells. Thank you, Tammy, thank you, Yamaha. I am blessed beyond my deserving. Well, guys, that's going to do it. Thanks for coming back to Quadfather FPV and checking out my meaningless content. I'm in love with the Bolt. And I'm going to go get on the road and get some more of that two-wheel therapy. I just got to wait on my president. Uno minuto.